Alright, hello everyone. Today I am going to start doing something different. We are going to play Lord of the Rings. Alright, hopefully the audio and everything is good. We'll just watch this.
Mouths whisper from darkness to corrupt the minds of the just. Hands reach with greedy fingers from unwatched places to grasp for power and wealth. Who will raise their own light against the spread of this darkness? Who will stand against the unknown danger that creeps ever closer? To where shall we look for heroes?
The Lord of the Rings. Alright. Skip through that. So I do have a new headset from when I used to record, so hopefully it works just as well. Alright, so I gotta get a few things out of the way right away. First off, I have played the game quite a bit. Maybe like an hour or two. And I did buy the biggest bundle, so I do have a good amount of valor. I have already bought, whoops, didn't mean to go to this yet. I did have like 3 decks already made, but I figured I'll delete them all for this video. What I was gonna say is I have already bought all of the packs that we have right now. We had a Legolas deck, Faramir, Éomer, I believe, Éowyn, and Dwalin. And then I did also buy all of the scenarios for the first campaign. So you get the first one right away. So there's a lot of complaints about the microtransactions in this game. But currently I don't think it's that expensive. Basically everything's like $2. And you can get the game for free. I spent, how much was the biggest bundle? Like 45, I think. And I'm able to get the whole first campaign, all the packs, and I even bought some single cards. That's what you can get at this thing, if you want specific cards for your deck. I didn't get any of the legendaries because those are actually a little expensive. Like, let's see if I can find one of the legendary cards. So like this guy, he has 3,000 just for this one card. That's probably my only complaint so far with the microtransactions. But if you want some of these common cards, like these are really cheap. And some of the best cards that I got actually were common, so. Alright, so first off, we'll start off by making a deck. And then we will play the first scenario of the campaign. I think the first thing, just name this something very generic. Alright, so I did play I pretty much own everything for the tabletop version of Lord of the Rings. The games do play very differently, but also do have some similarities. So we have the Spirit faction. Does it actually tell me if I hover over it? No. Okay. Leadership, lore, and tactics. So leadership is kind of resources, kind of good at everything, but great at nothing kind of faction. Spirit are your best questers, which is this middle one here, the willpower. Tactics obviously is your fighters. And lore's kind of like your support class. You get a lot of heal and draw from them. So I don't know exactly what I want to do here. Could probably try a few people. Aragorn is really strong, just because he has a lot of health, because you do need health, because people do die actually in this game. This is the threat level, so the higher threat, the more powerful, I guess, Sauron is. Let's see, we could try, let's get something from 3 of the different factions so that we can see more of the cards. I probably want a leadership card. Alright, well, I'll just throw Aragorn in there.
Life or death, I can save you. I will.
I do think Eowyn's kind of a little underpowered. Has the same threat as Arwen. Has 1 more fight, but 1 less defense. And gets up to 3 willpower, as so it would be the same as Arwen, but that's with her ability. Where this one's already 3 and gets to heal. I do really like Faramir. You get to draw cards every time he kills an enemy. That's really strong. Let's see what. I think Legolas is a little underpowered too. The deal 1 damage is nice, but it's... I played with him once and it was kind of underwhelming, but... And he has a very low health for a tactics hero. Because if he's going to be your main fighter, you kind of want him to stick around. We'll just throw Gimli in there too. And then we got to decide if we're going to want Spirit... I kind of just want to throw Arwen in there. I feel like we're going to need someone to quest.
A gift.
So, these 3 actually seem pretty solid. Alright, and now these are all the cards that I own currently. And I will actually take... I would say that even the starter cards are pretty good. I was actually surprised. I thought I was going to have to throw in some trash cards to complete a deck, but your deck actually feels pretty strong. One of the biggest things too is if you play the tabletop version, having like multiple people of the same sphere actually helped you pay for cards. So like this is 2 lore. In the tabletop version, you would need to spend 2 resources from your lore characters to actually pay for this. In this one, you just have a pool. So it's actually better most of the time to just go 3 factions because you get access to more cards. In the future, they can make cycles and stuff that you want more of the same type, but right now, just having more different factions or spheres, whatever it's called in this game, I don't remember, just gives you access to a larger card pool. The other thing that I've learned from playing this game is you want a lot of cheap stuff. And actually, like, this card seems really good because every turn you get a draw card. But drawing cards is kind of weird in this game because you usually can't pay for half the cards you get. So, like, obviously card draw is still good. But sometimes this guy's, like, probably not worth the cost a lot of the times. I'm going to throw a Dwarven Axe just because that's good if you get it on Gimli, but I don't need 2 of it. Probably just going to throw in a bunch of stuff and then take out stuff, so. Block means you have to attack this guy first. Oh no, block, yep, that's guard, never mind. So block is every time he gets attacked, he takes 1 less. Which is actually pretty good when he has 4 health. This is pretty tanky body. This is pretty nice to have. It gives one of your guys stealth, which means they can't get attacked, basically. So it's basically can keep a guy alive, which is nice. This guy's okay, but he does cost a lot, so I'm probably going to skip on him because we're going to put in better 5-cost allies, which you'll see. This guy's really good. He can ready one of your heroes. This was one of the common cards that I bought separately in that shop that I showed. Just 1 resource to ready any character is really good. I haven't played this. It just doesn't seem that great. Faint is a lot better in the tabletop version, but we'll still throw a couple in here. It's still pretty good. Forest Snare is a weird card. It's either amazing or just way too expensive. So we'll put it in for now. We'll see. I like how they made this card a lot better than what it is in the tabletop version because I love this art. Good old Magali. Throw in some more cheap allies. So you do only get 30 cards, so we'll probably reach that pretty quick. We do want to put Gandalf in because he is still really good. I was confused for a second. I didn't realize I put one in already. Deals 2 damage to every orc. This is a weird card because, like, if you know what the scenario is, sometimes you want it, but sometimes it's not very good. 2 health and block is pretty good. So this is guard. So this is the one where you have to fight this one first. Yep. So for only 1, that's pretty good too. I found that basically in all your scenarios, if you're playing on normal or hard, one of your heroes is going to die, so this card's actually really good. You can pay 5 just to get one of your guys back. Healing is very strong in this game. This is just a good body for 2. And just like that, I'm already over. And we have a lot of cards. So I think I'm going to take out the Forest Snare. I want the heal. This is probably too expensive. So, like, this is what I'm saying. Like, resources are very weird in this game. Like, this is very strong. You get 2 extra health, and you take 1 less damage every time you get attacked. Maybe I should keep this in, but we're going to take it out. It's really expensive. I think we're going to take this guy out. Basically, all this is pay 1 resource to deal damage, because it only has 2 health, so it usually dies right away. So we'll take them out. I haven't been thrilled about her. Looking at this, I do think that the tactics card pool does need to get better. It definitely seems like the weakest so far. I'm not playing Spirit, but Spirit does have some very, very strong cards in it. Nope. Nope. See, like this card. In any card game, this would be like an auto include. For 1 resource, you get to draw 2 cards. But my very first deck, I put this in, and it never seemed good to play because I already had like 5 cards in my hand, or 4, and I would just draw 2 cards that I couldn't afford. So maybe with leadership, because I don't think I was playing with leadership when I was doing it. So leadership does have access to a few cards that give you resources, but so like this is really strong. For 4, you get +1 attack, +2 health, and block. But again, I am probably not putting this in. Yeah, this one actually seems way overcosted. You get 1 attack and block for 3. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't played like a ton, so obviously my evaluation on cards can be wrong. This card will be good in the future. So sneak attack's actually pretty funny if you play the tabletop game. This was like one of the best cards because you would like sneak attack your Gandalf into play. But in this version, it just randomly plays an ally, so you don't know what you're gonna get. So it's significantly worse, but still a very good card for only 1 resource. The funny thing I noticed though is it's not a random ally that's in your deck. It's literally any in the game. So I have gotten some that I don't even have, that I don't even own before, so that's kind of funny. Alright, what do we have to take out? Because we definitely want the other sneak attack. We also want the Tom Bombadil. What do we want in here? We probably want these guys too. So let's see, what do we got here? We want all the heal. Maybe I don't need this guy. He is good, but we'll take him out. Let's put this guy in. I do think this guy's better. Can just keep building up resources for you. 2-1-4 with range, 2-3 that does 2. Yeah, he's probably better. I probably should have actually had what I was going to put in the deck figured out before I did this so that I could just quickly make a deck and give my reasons for why doing it. Let's see. I do like this card. It's not always good, but it's nice when you play cheap allies and you can ready your significantly better heroes. I think we're just gonna take out one of a few things, and this is the when you don't know what you're gonna do. I'm just gonna try a bunch of different cards. So what do I need? I still need 2 more cards because I definitely want the other sneak attack, and I also definitely want Tom Bombadil. Alright. We could probably take out one of these, I guess, because sometimes it is just a dead card. And let's put one more card in. Maybe you don't need this card. We'll try without. We'll see how how this goes. So looking at this, it does look like the tactics pool is just a little low. I only have 1, 2, 3, only 5 cards total that are tactics. That's kind of disappointing. Just a lot of the stuff seems too expensive. Like 2 resources for just 2 health, when I could be paying 2 resources for a character that heals 2 health and then actually does something. What does this do? It costs 4, but this is actually pretty good, but it is very expensive. There are situations where this is amazing, but alright, I think I've been doing this for long enough. Let's get a game in. Oh gosh. I forgot to save it. Alright, bear with me. We'll do this quick. I think I remembered everything that was in it. Alright, we had R.
By life or death I can save you.
Alright. We definitely want this. We had one of this. We took that out, put that in, took him out. So I fully expect I'm going to try to play through the whole campaign with just this deck and see how it goes. Hopefully without making any tweaks. I will say one of my positives about this game, although it might be a negative for some people, is the game's actually fairly hard, which I personally love. Alright, we have one of these guys, I think. Alright, almost there. Right, hopefully that's the exact same. We got to 30, so. Alright. Deck saved. Okay, cool. Alright. Let's get into this campaign. Alright, so the Shadow's Reach. Obviously, plenty of room for more scenarios. Ooh, what is this? Oh, I have actually never noticed this. So this actually can tell you what's you might be facing. I feel like that ruins the fun, though. We are gonna try on hard. I have beaten this scenario. I've gone up to only the first 3. I don't know if I actually beat it on hard, though. So we're gonna just try it, though. An anguished Gloin arrives at Boren's Hall with dreadful news. A great spider has captured Bilbo Baggins. He beseeches a hardy band of heroes to help rescue his dear friend. Okay. There is going to be voice playing, and I usually just read it and then skip it, but for the sake of recording, I'm just going to let it play. Alright, that was a longer loading than normal. I've only had a few errors so far with the
After
game.
arriving at Beyond's Hall, you've learned the famous Bilbo Baggins was taken by Mirkwood spiders mere hours ago. Without hesitation, you volunteer to find and retrieve the Hobbit, hopefully before he's consumed, or worse. And so you find yourself before Greenwood the Great, that the wary and the wise call Mirkwood. A sleeping evil once inhabited the Greenwood, but was purged many years ago. The forest has since known a period of peace and the return of wholesome life. As the shadows now gather under the trees, you sense a foulness on the air. You fear evil may have returned to the ground.
Alright.
You begin to search for clues as to which direction the spiders took Bilbo. There are ample signs of recent struggle in the small glade, and several of the Hobbit's possessions are strewn about. After a few moments, you notice a gleam of metal on the forest floor. Perhaps a sign. You're about to investigate, as several giant spiders creep into the glade. They don't seem at all interested in assisting the search. Quite the contrary.
If by life or death I can save you.
So the first thing is, obviously, it does kind of have a similar look to Hearthstone. So there are two things that are different from the... Well, I guess we could do this first. Alright, this is actually a pretty good hand. Gandalf's really good, but I like just getting the expensive stuff away to start off with. And I actually think I'm just going to keep the rest of this. It's actually pretty good. I could have maybe got rid of the Feint, but... So every turn you get 3 resources. Alright, so this is our objective for this first stage. We have to defeat every enemy or resolve Glint of Steel, which is this card right here. So we'd have to make 6 progress on it using our willpower. Alright, so new things from the tabletop game is we have this Fate level. We can commit our characters to this. And then once we get to these certain levels, we get different effects that are different on each scenario, and even at different stages of each scenario has different effects. So, I think this one lets us add a whole other character to our party, which is pretty strong. But also, there's this threat level. So, it started off at, what did it start off? 30. So that's because of our 9, 10, and 11. And kind of the same thing, every time they get their threat up to a certain level, they will get all these different triggers. So it is actually pretty, it is good to look at all this stuff, because I did play one scenario where I thought for sure I was going to win, but I overcommitted one time, and then right when they got to 40, they just killed all my allies when I could have just waited till this happened before I played some of my better guys. Alright, so with having someone with 3 willpower, taking this out is going to be quicker than killing all the enemies. We do, however, have to get past these guarded enemies before we can, like, it defends from us even being able to do quests. We can still commit to the Fate if we want to. That gets around the guarded, but... So, let's see. I think we want to... I think I want to save this guy, because when you move on to the next scenario, all the enemies will leave play unless they have the pursued keyword. Alright, let's see. I don't want to fight with Gimli yet because he gets stronger after someone takes damage. I think we're just going to have to make a couple attacks against these guys just to make room for Arwen to make progress. Alright, so since he attacked us, that frees us up to start making progress. And what I can actually do on this very first turn is I can just ready Arwen. And I can actually just complete this stage this turn. Alright, lying on the forest floor is a small oven blade. Beautiful, strong, and light. This must be Bilbo's sword Sting, a valuable treasure. Alright, so now we got a weapon. Okay, so Sauron also has his own deck and resources. he just played this, which I do believe this will come with us when we travel, but I don't have any ways to make 3 progress on it. So now I can kind of just set up for the future. So I think I'm going to just play Sting. I'm going to get Sting on not R1, Aragorn, because he has an ability where I can just pay a resource to ready him. So I can just get a couple extra fights in if I want to. Wait, why? What happened? What did I do? Alright, I do think we just actually witnessed an error. Because I don't see... It doesn't look like Aragorn actually got the blade. That's actually a little frustrating. Alright. So then we will just select to travel. Our one's already down to 4 health. I am actually a little frustrated with that Sting thing. We'll see when we move. Maybe it's because he was exhausted, but I'm not sure. I have not encountered that error yet. I haven't had that happen when I played an attachment. This is in early access, so...
Bilbo's mind must have been clear during the first moments after his capture. You noticed that he slid his sword along the undergrowth as he was hauled away. When the spider's poison immobilized him, he must have dropped Sting. Encouraged, you venture into the shadowy green-grey wilderness that is Mirkwood.
Meanwhile, the small cocoon is dropped before the lady.
Eat it, milady. Scrumptious it is. Taste. Sweet.
The skinny creature squeals in pleasure and anticipation, jumping to and fro on arms and legs as if a spider himself. The creature gives the cocoon a kick.
False it is. Babbins. Trickster. Thief. Cheater. Column. Eats it. Eats it.
The enormous spider moves to hover over the cocoon. Spear-sized mandibles emerge slowly from its dripping maw.
Suck it to bones, milady. No hands or drying as a needle. Tough dwarfs, tricky elves, sweet and juicy hobbits. Just be closest, milady. Ow, ow, for precious is in its pockets, my precious.
Spider monstrosity is about to delve into her meal, when a sudden noise is heard from the edge of the lair. Flapping its hands nervously and bobbing its scrawny neck, the creature pleads.
Don't listen to woodsy noises, milady. Eat while habit warms.
Someone has arrived, and the spiders move to greet them.
For hours you delve into the menacing forest. Thorny undergrowth and sticky crawlers grab at you as if with minds of their own. A subtle change in the echo of the wood heralds a change in scenery, and you soon come upon a dark, gurgling stream. While the watery smells and soothing sounds relax you, you've been warned not to trust any water in Mirkwood, save for that gathered from fresh rain. The spiders must have crossed the stream by traversing the canopies above, but how will you cross? A nearby dead tree may be the answer. You attempt to push at the dry trunk, hoping for it to fall and bridge the stream. Unfortunately, your efforts attract the local wildlife.
So I will say I actually really like the voice acting. I think it's really good. But I do wish they would speed it up a little. It does take a while. Alright, so Arwen gets to heal someone. Alright, that was a good draw. Alright. options. Well, let's see what they attack. Well, no. Let's kill the bat.
He cannot stand alone.
Oh, so it didn't look like that did come with that last, whatever these are called. I forgot what they're called. Does look like that we need better sting though, so that is an error. I don't want Arwen to die, so let's heal her. There is a thing that I haven't been using yet, which is this guarded keyword, which basically makes them have to attack someone else, so I'm probably going to have to do that here. The Spirit has, what does he have? Stalwart, so he basically gets attacked twice. It also has Pursuit, so it will come with us if we don't kill it. So we will probably want to do that. Just gonna get this guy out because I want to just kill this bear, that's why. Oh, okay, so... Alright, so that was... So it did say we had the attachment, but usually there's like this overlay up here after you play an attachment that shows you what you have. So that is interesting. But I guess I didn't notice, was he at 3 strength? I'll have to look at that later. Sure. There is also an XP thing. So you do sometimes want to like clear that out because you get extra points. Depends on if you care about what you're getting scores and stuff. So 3 force spiders are going to enter play this turn. Okay, I guess it's next turn. We still 1 away. Alright, so this guy's guarded, so that's good. So I think what we want to do... just do this first. Because if he doesn't play any other monsters, I'm going to want to just complete this and then use everyone else's willpower to just boost this up. Because I am probably going to want to get going. Alright, so none of these have pursued, and I can travel. So I'm basically going to just try to survive this turn. And then, just prepare for the future. So we can just commit everyone to the willpower. Alright, Star Pass, so basically you can just do whatever now. I think I just want to gain a resource. This might not be the best use of this, but I want to heal her anyways. So we'll give her 2 health and it readies her. So then I can just commit that here. Alright, so now I can get glowing. May just do that now, actually. Yeah, sure. We'll just get him out there. Because he doesn't discard all allies until, what, 40 threats, so that's a ways away. Actually, I feel like we're doing pretty good here. What's our level 2 thing? Nope, this is nothing for us right now, so we will travel. So we did get up to 35 threats, so we will have 2 more spiders once we get to this stage.
The dead tree falls across the stream with a splintery crack. You use the fallen trunk to step across, careful to not slip. What could cause wild creatures to attack so? Perhaps the corrupted stream is their main source of water. As you jump off the trunk on the far side, a deep rumble greets you. For a brief moment you wonder what could make such a sound, but only for a brief moment. For out of the shadows shambles an enormous black bear. It roars. The sound is staggering. It fills the air like a living thing, terrifying and primordial. The impact of the roar sends you reeling backwards, almost into the stream. It charges, an avalanche of fur, teeth, and claws.
Alright, so we got a big bear to face. And we also got this thing where we can get Grimborn. If we can get up to 8. And so at this stage, all our objective is to defeat this guy. And, oh, it's 3 force. Oof. Yeah, it's still heal Arwen, I guess. Ooh, that was a good draw. Alright, so he has guard, so he's gonna have to get attacked first. Could get Tom Bombadil out to defeat one of the spiders. This is actually pretty tempting. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I do want to get this guy. I do not know if it's worth it. Alright, we'll just do this because this is the safest first move. Because there's nothing to make progress on, so might as well just commit that to the willpower. I think we just want to defend with this guy. He has plenty of health. Alright, let's see. Do I want to? Okay. We don't need to use Tom Bombadil yet.
To the defense of the many.
Ugh, alright. That's annoying. Alright, let's just do this, I guess. What am I at? 7, so I just need one more. Just get this guy out too, I guess. A hero can die. You basically only lose until you lose if this gets to 50 threat or all 3 of your heroes die. I'll just guard him again. I feel like the guard is one thing that I forget to use. Alright, so I think what we're gonna do is just commit this here. Because now I can get Mr. Grimborn out. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can only have up to 7 people. Alright, I feel like this guy did his job, so we'll get him out of the way. He did actually take 2 hits for us, so. Alright, this guy has block and stalwart, so that's pretty strong. He has 6 health, so he prevents 1 damage every time he gets attacked, and he gets to attack twice himself. So I could just go crazy and try to just do 11 damage. Or I could just start clearing the way and killing off some spiders. But then you can also play with it. We're just going to go hard here. Honestly, I have no idea if this is the right play, but it's what we're going to do. Alright, so basically we're just going to have to survive. Oh wait, am I not use this guy's ability? Oh yeah. Alright, so we can just spend a resource to ready him. And we can actually just take him out this turn. Alright, this is actually going way better than it has before for me. I've had some real rough games, actually. If I remember right, we might be going to the last stage here.
Before the monotony of the forest claws at you again, you come upon a sudden clearing. The sluggish breeze and one grey light of the dell are a welcome change from the humid twilight of the forest. On the far side of the clearing, you spy what you've been looking for. A group of large spiders hovering over a tightly wound cocoon. It's time for a rescue.
Alright, yep, so the final encounter. Defeat every enemy. So that's our objective. We do also have this here. A Thrashing Cancun. Who needs to get healed? Just heal Aragorn. All our heroes have the same amount, and he's probably the most powerful. Alright, not probably. He is for sure the most powerful. Alright, so there's no more things here, so there's no real reason to commit that. So I think we're just going to use this guy to defend. We'll clear up room for another ally, plus he's not doing anything for us anyways. He gets +1 strength after the first time someone gets damage each round. That's why he's been getting the +1 strength and minus. Alright, let's now just also sacrifice this guy. So that's another thing too, why Guard is very strong, is they actually do get to do their damage back to the hero. Oh, that was dumb of me. That's, I guess, a reason why to keep the willpower around, is to do that, but didn't think about that. Not the end of the world. Yeah, so normally when you get attacked, you don't do any damage back, but when you guard, then you get to. Alright, I want to commit here. And then, okay. So this is actually pretty strong. I think we're going to just try to Tom Bombadil that guy next turn. So let's take out more spiders. Let's take out the other guarded guy. Alright, so I'm going to get 3 resources next turn. I do want Tom Bombadil. So I could spend 2 resources if I want to this turn. So I think I'm actually going to. Let's play this guy. We'll heal Gimli up.
Welcome to Rivendell.
Okay, well, this could be bad. So he did play a treachery, so like, these are some things you don't know about. Hopefully the Tom Bombadil doesn't get picked. Okay, good. Because we do just want to get rid of this guy. Because he has 7 health and block, so that is pretty annoying. Alright, so I think I could do is ready this guy to complete this, but I think I'm just going to wait to do that. Because I don't want to spend the resource there. And I do believe I got rid of all the guards, so I can just freely do whatever I want with my actions. Oh, nope, this guy's guard. Okay. Let's heal the bear. He's pretty strong. That is one thing good about Arwen, because a lot of these heal effects only target heroes, where Arwen can actually heal any of our people. He is at 39 threat, so all our allies are going to die this turn. So that is something to note. So we probably, so we will actually play Tom Bombadil still, because he has fleeting, so he's actually going to just leave play after this turn anyways. And just straight up get rid of that guy, so that's pretty strong. Pretty sure we're going to win this pretty handily, actually. This has been by far the best this is going. It's probably helps that I've played a good amount, so just know what I'm doing more, I guess. Oh, okay, cool. I just want to do this because if I get another ally, I just want to pick this guy to get rid of. Alright, so let's make progress here. Basically, I'm doing this just for the points at this point. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Because I could just kill this guy and win. But you'll see at the end how they give score. Because you do actually get points for every one of these things that you defeat. Alright, so let's get rid of our ally that's going to leave play anyways. Well, I guess they're all going to leave play after this, but... So I guess, that was one thing that I did. This wasn't going nearly as well last time. And I cleared this out to get this guy, who's very strong. 4 or 5 with Stalwart, so he gets attacked too. He's just like the spear. But literally I got him, and then this happened. So, but we take him out. And, alright, first quest is complete. We'll just wrap up the scoring and do that all. Okay.
The lady and her brood are gathered at the edge of their lair. A band of orcs and goblins had emerged from the trees. Some heaved empty wagons, others carried torches. A huge orc trumps to stand before the lady.
The moon is full, Spidey. Uthak comes to collect.
He snarls. The lady chitters at her lieutenants who rush back into the webs. The spiders soon return with web-wrapped cocoons, depositing them in front of the orc captain. Goblins rush to gather the cocoons, loading them into carts. As the last cocoons are loaded, a hooded goblin begins screeching at Uthak, pointing to a parchment full of hash marks. Uthak glares at the yelling goblin for a moment, then blinks and pivots back to the lady.
We won short, Leggy.
The orc's grainy voice is mild, but laced with promise of violence.
Cold masters don't like short. Uthak don't like short. We had deal.
After recovering, Will Elk thanked you profusely. Over the past few months, he tells you, a number of tribesmen have gone mysteriously absent. He suspects they've fallen prey to similar circumstances, but offers no explanation as to why the great spiders have suddenly become so daring. Afraid to return home through the forest alone, Will Elk offers to join you, and suggests which direction the spiders were taking him. Somewhere, under the never-ending trees before you, an old hobbit awaits rescue, or doom.
Alright, so then, yep, you get points based on what your threat level is at, how many of your heroes survived, their health, hazards. Hazards are the names of those quest things that I just completed at the end. And then you do get points for every of the fate things you've used. Alright, oh, you do also get some extra victory points. So these are all Valor points. So you do actually get some money, basically, every quest you complete. And then, okay, so this is if you get a 200 score or higher, and this is if you get 250 or higher. So you get extra 50 points. This you get a plantar view. I'll show that when I get one. I had some earlier, but I've already used them before I decided I was going to record. So you do actually get points every time. So if you play a lot, you actually can just basically farm your way to whatever you want, but it's not a lot, so it does take a while. Alright, that was the first campaign. So since this is early access, there is some things that I would like them to see. I wish there was a way to just, like, basically lock a campaign in, I guess. Just so that they, like, I don't know. It'd be cool if you could keep track of how you do throughout a whole campaign. Because basically, I can go to the next scenario, I can change the difficulty, I can change the deck I'm playing. I wish there was a way where you can kind of just, like, lock in your thing throughout a whole campaign. I think that'd be a cool thing to see them add. Overall, I'm actually really liking this game. I love the tabletop game. I do probably still prefer that a little bit, but this is nice and easy. That last campaign did go a lot easier than what I've been used to, so I don't know if I just got lucky or if I've just gotten better since I have played the game. But I'd like to hear some more suggestions. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It was my first time recording in a while and the first time doing this. This is just easy to record since it's a single player game. They are adding co-op at some point, which will be fun, because